Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, The Realm Reborn. In the last part, we wrapped up the Realm Reborn dungeons, and now... it's time for this moment I've been dreading. The World of Darkness. Ah, Arya, it is good you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Une, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zande, but you, Arya, ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with a terrible void set known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Une labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zande's orders and collects energies to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We've done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would only open for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alec. 'Tis the most galling design, granted this was not always so vexatious, according to the Alec and tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alec, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zande's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice, but then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Alec. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all of our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Oh yeah. We have heard this is possible from a man in the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters, and with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Arya, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the dumb little thing to the Circus Tower, it took every ounce of ingenuity Ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open the rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the gate sentinels as guides, and do hurry, Arya. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Nod and smile. Nod and smile. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Do I have to? Do I have to? Arya, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open the rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open the gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Zonde's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it's the symbol of Aleg's art and power, now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Aleg and civilization had lived on and just Emperor still sat on the throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Fortunately, there was no stopping Zonde and his ambition. There were those who tried. Zonde's war dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took up the sword against Aleg. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Aleg's heart for the kill, Zonde lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zonde desired that a great rift be opened, and to hasten the cloud darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalma be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Uni and Doga. I had no idea the rebellion incited Zonde to rashness, though. Your knowledge of the Aleg history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Ah, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 ashes the size of the Agrius. So give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good. Then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. Ah, rift to the world of darkness, as Une called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the dark realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the void gate stays open. As will the sons of Silent Koinash. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Arya, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Arya? There is a matter of import we must needs discuss ere you leave. I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst elegant royalty. Long I have pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the selfsame ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Alec. Mayhap what I wish to remember in these words are related, mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. Okay. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let's venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. Can we just leave up there? Please? I don't want to do this right. I literally have to continue the story. I don't know if you can tell, but I really don't like this raid. I really don't. I was hoping I'd have more time to think about what we're doing here. Oh boy. So there's a decent chance at least one person will leave at the start of this, because a lot of people honestly really, really hate this raid. Oh, it's probably one of the worst 24-man raids in the game. How do I do in parts of the first boss, actually? And the last boss. And the boss before that. And that other boss. Oh, I just have all my PS4s on. I don't wanna. So yes, we are like hardcore into the FF3 referencing here. Oh my gosh, because obviously this is the FF3 final dungeon, the World of Darkness. And oh my gosh, nobody left. It's amazing, honestly. Oh, I take it back. Somebody. Oh, people are leaving over there in A. Oh, another person down. No, and someone's pulled. So this is our first pull. I'm going to be doing this single targetedly because, well, ideally they are pulled apart like so. And ideally someone silences that, but apparently stun works too. So in our first arena, we are going to have to deal with some persistent effects on the floor. Of course, the tanks are not going to make this easy for us. So these use dragons and brand boys. Ideally, a tank or a ranged character will stun them, or silence them rather. Yeah. And we have the two-headed dragon. I believe this was a FF3 boss. But yeah, so ideally someone silences them so that they don't hit around. And yeah, so we have some sacrifice ninjas off in the distance. These are, well, our ads of this out. I was not behind there. I would just like to point that out. Oh, no. Looks like I am in position to AoE here. Oh, that last healer spot finally getting filled? Maybe? I saw that looking for party members finally vanished. Oh, yeah. There they are. Alright. Get rid of that sacrifice Kunoichi. So, the first boss. You can see over here it is Angramenu. This fight sucks. So, you can see 4 little circles around. This will heavily remind you of Sunken Temple of Karn. And you will even more be reminded when it starts rotating around like this. Of course, it's starting from the beginning and not just from partway in when it starts doing, well, Doom. Yeah, Doom is back. So, occasionally Angramenu is going to do this attack called Double Vision. It'll split the arena in half. One side will have Brand of the Sun, the other will have Brand of the Ireful. You need to rotate between these, much like one would rotate between the 2 different orbs in Chrysalis. That was a level 150 flare, I believe. I don't remember the actual number. Angramenu does have a long conal attack, which hits very hard. It's essentially your tank buster. So you really don't want to be behind the tank. And you need to, the tank really needs to make sure you're not putting it into a bunch of people, and it's not rotating, because if rotating is very, very bad. So, with these hourglasses up, you're going to notice that the floor is going around like so. Ow! That's what I mean about not doing that. So once all the hourglasses are defeated, or enough time passes, part of the floor will become a death zone. And if you're in it, then you die. So we got double vision going on here again. So one thing I didn't mention there was the ow! This is why I say you cannot be rotating like this. Mortal Gaze happened there. This is a look-away effect across the entire arena. I just happen to be looking away. If you look at it, you get doomed. To clear it, you have to step on one of the circles. Like you cleared the doom in Sunken Temple of Karn. There was a level 150 death there. These are, you want to get out of there. It is divisible by the number of people who are in there, the total level. So obviously if it's like 3 people in there, then everyone dies. And it's the same for the flare effect. So another Mortal Gaze there. You can actually see it since I was, well, here. And you can see people kind of didn't clear their doom. And that is why this boss sucks, because people don't clear their doom and then they sit there and die. I'm like, why'd I die? Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because, well, you got doomed and you didn't clear it. So, we are looking at the hourglasses here again, and another double vision. Partway through this particular one, it is going to go ahead and do another Mortal Gaze. However, I'm not going to be going for the hourglasses this time. I am going to try and stick on the Angramenu to defeat it, because it should be low enough that we can do this. You kind of have to gauge it based on how low its HP is. And that's Angramenu. I've had much, much worse fights. Obviously, I've had many, many wipes to that fight. Where in B? There it is. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so, like, with the rotating floor, where you could tick, like it's doing a choice on the menu. The longer you take to kill the hourglasses, the faster that effect goes off, and obviously, if you take long enough, it just instantly goes off, and anyone who happens to be on that particular pie-shaped pie area just dies. So there's a lot of death in the Angramenu fight. Kind of fits. If I remember right, F3, there was a lot of death in Angramenu. So we've got Queen Scylla here. Yeah, you may remember Scylla from, well, such things as Circus Tower. Scylla is going to be doing a bunch of AoEs, has some silenceable and stunnable effects. Let's go ahead and stun that, and let's go ahead and head to these Forbidden Gates. Once these spawn, these are the DPS's top priority. Obviously, you want the main tank to stay on Scylla, but you want to kill these gates. If you don't kill them, you know, they are using a Void Call move. If this goes off, then, well, stuff gets summoned. Like so! Right as I was talking about it. How fitting. So you have to make sure everything is dead before you can progress, because we aren't done with this part yet, actually. There is a treasure coffer here, so I'm going to go over to this side again. Oh, I did that way. Now I'm going to lose my stacks. So what I like to do if I'm on the range class here is I like to actually limit break here. A ranged class doing a limit break right there can really do a number on the gates and really help you with killing them in time. So the bigger and smaller gates do make a difference. You'll see the smaller gates are summoning these Thors, not that Thor, but if the larger gates do summon, it summons a snake. I think it's like Jarminger or something like that. So, anyways, that is our second, well, Trash Bowl, the name. And now we're headed for the 5-headed dragon, another FF3 boss. It's almost like this is an FF3 inspired raid series. Yeah. So 5-headed dragon, there's gonna be a lot of stuff hitting the ground. Hopefully not bodies. And hopefully the tank pulls us into the accurate location. They are not, because another tank pulled it, and they're tanking the bad spot. I think so. What you really want to happen here is you want the tank to pull up all the way to the edge of the arena. That way you get more room to move around. There we go. The other tank took it back, so that was got properly positioned here. So, you'll see these fire ones drop, and this is going to summon some tether things, which will put a supernation effect on you, which does a damage over time thing. You'll get a prey. And actually, doesn't like the tether itself is what gives you the damage over time. The supernation just increases your stat count. So you want to switch this off after you've gotten hit once by it. This way, it kind of spreads out, and one person doesn't take a crap ton of damage. So we're at his midpoint here. These different heads spawn. You need to kill them so that his super attack that he's using here, Discordance, does less damage. Of course, as you kill him, he does gain haste stacks, which will make him cast it faster, but yeah, so you see a new type of AoE hit the ground. These are going to summon these prominences. You do want to kill these. If you don't, they will burst into a big attack, or a big AoE effect. I'm hoping the range will go for that one, because I really don't want to go back there. So, it looks like he's doing another prominence summoning. So, let's go ahead and head for this prominence, and now he's doing just a regular attack onto the ground. This is going to put a poison puddle down, which will summon poison slime. If someone is not actually standing in this, then more and more slimes will be summoned until a really big slime summons, and it does a big AoE attack. You do get a poison resistance eventually from it. Okay, I'm like, that should be done. Alright, so the dragon is inhaling. Whoever gets targeted this wants to run way across the arena so that they get less people snagged by it. Because it will knock whoever is in range into the air and cause them to get a vulnerability up stack. Yeah, vulnerability up. I always mix it down and up, and I don't know why I do. Why does our tank just, like, stop attacking? What the actual H? And, well, that's your basics of 5-headed dragon. Like I said, a lot of stuff hits the ground. You also saw the expanding ice happen there. You obviously do not want to be standing in that, because you will get frozen and unable to move. So to pass on this prey marker, which you'll see is on me, you need to run it into someone, like so, and now you cannot get it again because you have the slippery prey effect. This monk that I pass it on to is not passing it off to someone else. You really want to make sure you pass it on once you have gotten hit by it once. So that's the 5-headed dragon. Yeah, Yeah. So you might be thinking, Rennie, this doesn't seem so bad. Well, were you watching Angry Manu? Did you see the bodies hit the floor? Go back and watch Angry Manu again. Oh, and make sure you come back for the next boss. Not this particular one. This one isn't too bad. But the thing that's after, and the thing that's after that, yeah. So this is the Jaws. We're gonna be splitting A, B, C here, and A, B being in the middle. Since we are B, I'm going for the middle. And you're gonna see these moaning atmoses and also pads all around the floor. Where the heck is our tank? Tank! What the H? We really need our tank here. This is really bad. The tank's not here. So there's gonna be targeting circles done on people. After a while, the Atmos is going to suck them in, whoever's in the conal effect there. Oh, there's our tank. And he's gonna throw them off the platform. And you'll notice these different platforms are lighting up. You need to hit these to help out the other parties. I'm gonna toss on arm's length here so I'm not back. So you need to hit those to make sure that anyone knocked off can get back up. I didn't notice that it was back there. So this is what happens when you get sucked in. You get devoured, you're blah blah blah. So for that shockwave effect, what you really want to be doing is you want to be in that black gunk under him, because that'll make it much easier for you to you're not going to get knocked back. So you just want to make sure you're super, super close like that. And that's the Moaning Atmoses. Also, it was doing a recovering HP effect. That's their sort of way sometimes of having things have more HP than they normally would, because we are actually draining the HP of an Atmos in the middle, which was blocking our path. So this is Cerberus! Cerberus. Cerberus is going to have a tail swipe attack, a frontal conal attack, gunk on the ground adds a phase where we're going to want to go into the belly, untethering itself so it can be charging around the arena like crazy. The tail swipe effect is triggered by people being behind it. So melees really, really want to try and stay on the side as much as they can here, because that tail blow gives you a blunt resistance down and also knocks you back. So you really don't want to be hit by that. So he has broken his chain, so now he's a little more free, and now he is going to be targeting people with gunk. I'm going to bring this over here. So he's targeting me with the first thing, which is going to be gastric juice. You need to stand in this. You need to get minied. And then he's going to target someone else with this gunk. You need to be minied to be in here. Otherwise, if you're not minied, you will just flat out die. This is how you get into the stomach. Usually what used to happen here is Team B would be the one that would go in here. People still try and say that it should only be Team B, but honestly, like, we're so overgeared that it should just be everyone who can. And a lot of people are not in here. This is gonna suck, because the longer we're in here, we're gonna start taking more and more damage from getting digested. Damage taken from other attacks is also increased. Looks like more people are coming in. Unfortunately, it looks like our tank did not come in, which is annoying because we could really use them for taking the heptides that are spawning. So you need to defeat all 4 of these stomach walls in order to get out of here. So we are now getting digested a bit more. It means we're taking a bit more damage over time, but we are on the last stomach wall. Yeah. There is a point where Cerberus will just stop, like, he'll just make that stuff go away. He'll stop ingesting people. Like, he's like, it'll be like, oh, Cerberus has gotten its fill. So now he's trying to do reawaken. You'll see these open feathers, and you'll see some magic feathers off to the side. You need to bring these 2 different chains up to Cerberus. Ideally, what would happen is C would do this, or that's how it used to be. A was adds, B was belly, C was chain. Works, right? So you want to do that. If you don't do that, I probably got smacked. No, I didn't. Haha. So you want to do that. If you don't do that, then Cerberus gains a massive amount of haste buffs, and, well, you're basically dead at that point because he's just going to do so much damage. It's just not feasible to live anymore. So now he's going to be dropping these lightning things, which will do an attack, lightning things on a bunch of random people, do an attack on them, and then they will charge in a direction. Also, he's going to be doing Hound Out of Hell, which he will charge at a random player. He'll just face that player to indicate who it is. You need to not be standing in front of him to avoid taking damage from this attack. So it's basically a silent, or a no-tell tonal. And, well, that's your basics of Cerberus. So you can see, again, he is doing the electrocution. If you're hit by it, you do get the electrocution effect. Now, obviously, you take some damage. There is one other attack here, which we probably won't see. Also, I'm going to go ahead and limit break because it's going to reset for the last boss. There probably is one attack we are not going to see, which is Abandonment. This basically puts a big, like a bunch of orbs over everyone's head. You need to be standing next to someone in order to not start running around in hysteria. Also, it does Sulphurous Breath, which is a 3-way cooldown, which does have a tail to be able to avoid it. Yeah, for Abandonment, you want to make sure you are standing next to someone, because, I mean, obviously the whole deal is you feel alone, but by being next to someone, you're not going to get that effect of hysteria from feeling alone. This boss. It's almost definitely going to be pulled before I'm out of the cutscene. I'm just not even trying in these 24 mans to be like, hey, wait for the people watching the cutscene. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light. You have not stumbled here without purpose. Oh my god, is it not being pulled? I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. I had to say something. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. So, Cloud of Darkness. Her basic attacks hit really, really freaking hard. You saw an effect going on there that had a pulsing thing happening. This is a chasing effect. And yeah, whoever it targets needs to run the heck away. Ideally not through people, because that's just mean. Because then it's just going to start killing people. Also, we have no positionals here. When she teleports like that, you want to be in range of her. What the heck? You do not want to be standing in front of her when she teleports like that, because it does a big conal across the arena. Her basic attacks on the tanks hit really, really freaking hard, and also apply a bleeding effect, which cannot be assumed. Yeah, tanking this thing hurts. So this is the Meteors. She's going to put Meteors across the arena. People need to stand in them, so you'll see this little circle happening when people are in there. Someone wasn't standing in one. Yeah, see, the main tank died. And there is the pulsing effect, or the chasing effect. So, ideally, you do not run this through people as much as you can. And now she is doing sucking in stuff. Because, yeah, that chasing thing does a lot of damage. So, I'm going to try and do this. It really is annoying as melee to do this, because things do tend to die so fast. Also, her stone skin's off. She does put a stone skin for magic and physical on her. You can break this while she's doing this effect. As she sucks in these clouds, if they do reach her, her next attack is going to do more damage. Meteors are happening again. Again, you want to make sure at least one person is in every one of them. You only need one. It's always you only need one unless otherwise indicated by the game. So for these clouds, if you're standing in front of them, the clouds or the storms, if you're standing in front of them, they get a heavy effect, which makes them get up to her faster. Or get up to her slower, sorry. So this is really, really handy, especially with the Dark Storms, because those do tend to have a bit more HP. Like I said, I just tend not to really worry about going after them when I'm on a melee, just because it is so annoying to try and deal with. A little white bee over there. It's annoying when you do it this way. Yeah, it is really annoying to do it that way. It's like, just so annoying for melee. So now we're on to our actual ad phase. You'll see ABC split. No one ever splits properly anymore. The walls are going to eventually go up here. You can see someone was like, what the heck do I do? Yeah, so you need to make sure that you have enough people in each and every one. We have to watch out for her. I'm about to get smacked. Urgh. Didn't get smacked. We're good. I might be able to limit break 3 again. Sweet. Oh, yeah, that attack hurt. So you can see the chasing thing again here. If you do decide to do that... Oh, looks like the dragon beat me to it by just a second. Oh, that almost got kind of nasty because someone wasn't standing in the tower. Yeah, so... If you do just stand in that chasing thing, you will just die. If you try that through people, they will take a bunch of damage, probably be really pissed at you, and they will probably die. And, well, that's the World of Darkness. It sucks. I hate it. It is one of the worst raids. 24-man raids in this game. But we're there. We did it. We beat it. We're done. See if I can't win the minion. Oh, I did. I don't know why I'm taking these, but I am. And yeah, that's that. That's the Cloud of Darkness. And yeah, I think this is essentially like the arena that is used for Cloud of Darkness in FF3. You have to remember, it's been a long time since I actually played FF3. Like, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and head on out. 2 commendations? What the heck? What the heck? Yeah, those meteors that she does, like, she eventually starts doing more and more and more often, and even just one person out of it does big AoE. 2 people out of it, it practically wipes the group. That's why, like, even when she's almost dead, you just want to be standing on them. Just to be sure. Where in the 7 hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the Cloud aids our cause little. Okay. Une, can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? What the heck? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank the 12! Are you alright? He doesn't look alright to me. As alright as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. With it we could have protected him. The Cloud of Darkness was bound by Zonde's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Alvagan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other voidsent. The Cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Une, you are safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Toga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our promise. Our purpose. Not promise, purpose. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Zonde's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the crystal tower and this foul place once and for all. Arya, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? It is madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the crystal tower. What is this trickery? Your blood. You two gain protection from Zonde's blood. Grahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That's why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted authority over the crystal tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alec that was. The man should still live with his forebear's blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the crystal tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan, not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks the truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. You must gain control of the crystal tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allegan presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to Alec. Our part in this journey is to bury Zonde's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must go as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero. But do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Arya, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light! No, you shall not escape us. Here, Zonde's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the clone of light. It grows faint, and the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no! You must move! Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Alec. I am Nero Tolskeva, the man who will yet undo Alec and Garland. That was what you hoped to? May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! Must move onward. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... So those damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards. You owe me, Nero. The hells I do? You will return unharmed, thank the gods. When the void started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running around like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all sick... Where are Oni and Doga? They're not... I see. I will miss the two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to steal it. That is not true, my friend. Uni and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Gah! Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let's put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary too. The bone and Nero and Arya are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Cornatius' find. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Arya. Would that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Une and Doga's blood. I get it was reversed in that, but I was already committed. How do I remember what I wished to? Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebears' dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray, go on ahead of me. There's something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Arya. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. Alright, back to St. Koinosh's find. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Arya, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Allegans. The Light of Hope. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Let me summon the others and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So the Allegan eye that runs in Grawha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. Suppose it is not so odd to think that his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Grawha gaining Une and Doka's blood. Has Grawha said anything? For that matter, where is Grawha? And what of Nero? I'm not sure about a resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Alright, you say a girl has stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! 'Tis Grawha, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time on finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and to ask your guidance. Very well, let's go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Arya, please come with me. No doubt Grawha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. Back go to the Crystal Tower? Question mark? Yup. What in the world was Grawha thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt he wants to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course he would tell me nothing, but he would be honest with you, miss. I am certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Grawha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come, man! What is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Une and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alec, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zonde's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alec, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its fires would again dominate the land and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alec's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alec's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Alec's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now, I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. This tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alex to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hell, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Sid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Alec, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Eamon did and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that! I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allegans in knowledge. It will slumber within the circus tower. Until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go, create a future where hope reigns, and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onward to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alec. Just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking Graha, and then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes, and forgive us our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Ramrose. I look forward to learning of your exploits, and you, Arya. I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancients' wish. Crystal Tower slumbers again, then. 'Tis too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Logan Rumbros. You just missed it, Arya. There is much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill Grauha's wishes, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Quinash's Vine has become for our friend's departure. Excuse me. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, lit by Grauha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. You've completed the Crystal Towers quest series by speaking with Sealy at St. Quinash's Vine. You can set the quest that allows you to trade items obtained by repeating Crystal Tower Alliance raids. So, let us actually speak with her right here. But I hardly know her. Adventurer, may I ask a favor of you? I'm sorry to trouble you so soon after your trials in Crystal Tower, but my colleague, Rabinta, has gone missing. She discovered the oddest orb deep within the tower and said she was returning here to analyze it. No one has seen her since, though she is too timid a girl to have run off with her find. She probably just left to gather some artifacts or materials and Revenant's toll for her studies, but all the same, could you go and look for her there? I cannot shake the feeling something has befallen her. So this is actually not really a, necessary thing to do anymore, but it's a quest. And I swear, I always turn right there. I don't know why. Even though I know for a fact it's not the way to go. My brain just like, oh, turn. One of those flight things I'm just not used to yet, I guess. Like, I clicked it. Is there something I can help you with? You see Ko Rabintal? Well, you have found the right body, but she is not at home, so to speak. This lovely girl you see before you is known as Ko, but another soul dwells within her at present, mine to be precise. You're speaking with none other than Noah, Ark Mages of Alig. My scholarly works are a legend in my treatises of the cosmos priceless, my very name known throughout the world. Or 'twas so once, my soul is wild away, the millennia within an orb. Ko awoke me from my slumber, and, well, how could I pass up a chance to walk the world again? So I allowed my spirit to flow into her body, and here we are. Forgive me, but you do not seem overly bewildered by this. Would I be wrong to assume you belong to a scholarly fellowship that carries my name? As I thought, Cobra revealed this Noah when I entered her mind. Oh, but do be at ease. I bear you no ill will for using my name. I am, however, intrigued. What discoveries has the organization made? Has it made any findings of note to begin with? You act in my name, and so are as disciples to me. I'll give you my blessing after you have proven your intellectual worth, such as my want. So, are you deserving? You have dedicated yourself to creating a brighter future, eh? That we may be alike in spirit. When I lived, I had a thirst for knowledge and dedicated myself to understanding the world. That's how I became an Ark Mages. You may yet become a disciple of mine. I would learn more of your journey into the Crystal Tower. If I can see your dedication amongst your exploits, I would be happy to give you a token of my immense wisdom. Pray do not expect too much, though. There are limits to what I can do in this body. Whose honor you were seeking, of course. Well, I will make sure that Ko's friend learns what has happened, some version at least. Worry not, this body's in safe hands. And I believe that is the shape of it. If my offer has tantalized you and you wish to prove yourself in my eyes, you will certainly know where to find me. So, she does actually have one little tear come on game. Da, 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 da. The Gift of the Ark Mages. It's a repeatable quest, and you can get an Aether Oil and Allergen Catalyst out of it. This is used to upgrade stuff, and like I said, it really doesn't matter anymore. I'm just gonna click on that break there. I don't even remember where you upgrade this stuff. It might be in North Shroud. Here. This is just that stuff. Exchange? No. For here? No. Yeah, I don't remember where you turn that stuff in anymore. Like I said, it might be... something else, but anyway, yeah, so it's a repeatable quest, and it really doesn't matter, especially because we are almost hitting the next expansion, and we're already level 57, and we have essentially the best gear you can get. So anyway, next time we will go ahead and take on the 2.55 story. Oh man, almost there story-wise. Still have a lot to go, but we're almost there. Of course, 2.55 has a lot of story in it. So, oh goodness me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoy it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. Yay, for Through the World of Darkness. And until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. We're through the world of darkness. Yay! Oh gosh, the cutscene's coming. Oh, there's so many cutscenes coming.